Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be doing my January Perfume Diaries video. So if you would like to see all of the fragrances that I have been wearing for the month of January, just keep on watching. Guys, so I hope that you guys are doing great today. Now, I'm still in this space. I'm gonna give you guys that first update of just confused. I don't know what I like. I don't know what I don't like. I've lost my power. That's just what is going on. So I'm gonna talk about the fragrances that I enjoy, the ones that I usually enjoy, and they really weren't doing it for me. There's a little bit of everything in this video, so let's get right into it. So the first fragrance that I reached for because I was just so excited to wear it. And I think we're just gonna keep this one for summer here because it did not do anything special for me in Arizona's winter. And unfortunately, that is one of my all-time favorites. Juliet Has a Gun, not a perfume, Superdose. That does not mean that this smells bad or anything like that, but it did smell way more woody than I would like. I feel like maybe the cold and the dryness just leaves this without anything else. So when I sprayed this on, it was just like, yeah, it smells amazing. There's nothing wrong with it, but it just didn't have that magic that I remember from this perfume. And of course, I'm not getting rid of this. It's going to stay in my collection, but we're going to bring this one out probably around March, April, around there when it starts getting warm. Maybe before that. I'm not sure when it starts to warm up here, but it smells nice, but it didn't give me any extra like oomph that I was looking for with a fragrance. And it just comes off way more woody than I remember it to be. Other times and other places that I have worn this, when it's a little bit more humid, it just smells so magical. I can't even describe to you what I smell with this perfume, but it just doesn't hit the same way. So I'm gonna save this one for warm weather, but this one's one of my all-time favorites. So I don't want to make it sound like a bad fragrance, just not one that I'm going to be reaching for right now. I can't figure out the lighting, so I don't know if it's better to open the window, close the window. I don't know. Let's move on. So unfortunately, Juliet Has a Gun, not a perfume, Superdose was not a favorite this month. Along with not a perfume, Superdose, I have two more. Actually, three more that I was not a fan of. That's insane. If I was picky before, you can already imagine how picky I'm feeling lately. Not everything smells good. I'm just not used to it. Maybe to someone that already lives here all their life, they're probably looking at me like I have 7 heads. But I know what I'm saying. Things just don't smell the same.
You have to believe me. You have to believe me. Gotta believe me.
So my sister-in-law came to visit recently and we were out and about taking the kids to places, taking her to see nice scenery. And one of the days I decided to go for my Delina La Rose, which is another all-time favorite. And this is another one that I'm just going to be waiting until spring to bring out because although it was very pretty, of course, this is just such a feminine, classy, fresh, almost aquatic rose. To me, it's just like a pink rose, a delicate pink rose. It's very feminine, very girly, but again, it just wasn't doing it for me here. I'm trying to see what works this time of the year. I do have my favorites and the ones that do work, but Delina La Rose is one that I'm going to be bringing out for springtime. I was just curious about it. I thought maybe it would smell nice, and it's not that it doesn't smell nice. Again, it smells beautiful. I smelled amazing, but it's just not one that I am super in love with in the weather right now. Same thing happened with this one. You're not gonna believe it because this is one that I have raved about so much, and the bottle's almost halfway done. So these that I'm talking about, it does not mean that they were disgusting, just they smelled a little different than what I'm used to. Same happened with Fleur Father Figure. This is one that I absolutely love. I always get like that unisex, powdery, comforting type of vibe from this one, along with a little bit of that fig in there. In the cold, it just smells way more peppery than I would like, kind of like how Glossier You smelled in Kentucky to me, where I can pick up on like this peppery scent. And I feel like the same thing is happening with this one in the cold. If you enjoy unisex fragrances, I would definitely point you towards this one because it's just so beautiful. It's like a comforting, relaxing perfume. And I'm just going to be bringing it back out again towards spring season. So we're going to tuck these away and we will bring them out when hopefully they work better for me. Now, this next one, unfortunately, is going to be a declutter. I just feel like if I can't make it work right now, which is like the coldest that I'm gonna get here, I feel like this is not gonna work in hot weather. And it's making me sad because I love this bottle. I'm still not 100% sure about this one, but I've already tried wearing it more than 3 times. And the way that it dries down, it just smells kind of like burnt. And like, it just does not smell good. And it's so sad because I've been raving about this one. I like it. It smells so feminine. There's a sweeter side to it. And this is YSL Black Opium Glitter. I literally just talked about this one in my new products that I'm trying out, things that I'm excited to try out. And I started wearing it because I did film that right when the year started, but I don't know, you guys, I just can't seem to make this work for me. When I smell it from the bottle, it smells so amazing. I always said it smells so good. And then once I spray it on myself, that scent will last maybe like 20 minutes. And then after that, it just smells like burnt vanilla. Like vanilla perfumes here are not smelling the same to me. I have to be careful which ones I use. The best way that I can describe what happens to perfumes here for me is that it's almost as if you strip away a bunch of the notes and I can only pick up on like 1 or 2 notes that are not the ones that I would like to pick up on. So with this one, something just smells smoky, dry, burnt. Not burnt, but smoky, I guess. I don't know, you guys. Sucks. But let's get into the good stuff because I don't want to sound, this is sounding like a very negative video. I do have 3 that I did enjoy that I've been wearing non-stop. So in my latest video talking about new products that I'm going to be trying, I also talked about this fragrance here, which is the Kayali Freedom Musk Latte 41. Now this I am loving. I'm in love with this. I've put this fragrance on about 3 nights in a row now, and I just want to wear it for bed. This right here is the most cozy, chocolatey perfume. Then there are these notes in the base that come through that just make it so sexy and so intoxicating and kind of like just it pulls you in. Like when I first spray it, it definitely reminds me of Replica's Coffee Break for sure, and I think that's why I'm loving it so much. I don't think there's lavender in this one though, which they do have in Coffee Break. Oh, there is lavender. So yeah, it's very similar. This one does have a cafe latte note in it as well. There's chocolate in here, which I pick up so much chocolate in this perfume, and that is what I really like about it, because even though it's super chocolatey and it is a powdery perfume and there's muskiness, there is this warm spice that comes through out of this one that just makes it sexy, grown up. You smell like chocolate, but it's not childish, it's not juvenile. It is a very sophisticated perfume. When I first started wearing this one, I thought that this was going to be too strong, that I would have to only do like a spray or two, but I've kind of been going in with like 4 or 5 sprays and it doesn't feel too overbearing, and I can definitely smell it. And the way that this sticks to my hair, I washed my hair last night and I put this on for bed, and while I was flat ironing my hair this morning, I kept getting like this scent that smelled so good. It was this. I was pretty much just steaming it off of my hair, but it smells so amazing. So if you like chocolate perfumes, if you like gourmand, but you like them to have that perfume sexy touch to them, this is so good. You can get this one by itself. You don't have to buy the entire kit that they released. So if you feel like this is something that sounds like a fragrance you would like, I definitely recommend it. It is so beautiful and I'm really, really enjoying it so far. So it's crazy to say that the least one that I thought would become a favorite is the one that I'm in love with. Next up, we have a Netflix and chill perfume. I've always said that I love to wear this for that, to watch movies, to cuddle in bed, to spend time at home, lounge around, cute little daytime outfit, and you want to smell cute and girly. Ari by Ariana Grande. This is one that I still love here. It definitely smells a little bit thicker here, I'm not gonna lie. I would have to be like in the mood for this one because I don't know if I could pull it off every single day here. But the raspberry in here, it opens up with like this just bright, fruity, fresh type of opening, but then you smell that raspberry coming through, which is very, very juicy and very like tart. But even though it is tart, there's so much sweetness in this perfume. There is fluffiness in this perfume. It's a little like tonic and creamy and fluffy. It is like a fluff ball. You know that this comes with a little fluff ball attached to it? That is literally what this makes me think of, a little puffball. It's powdery, it's fluffy, it's pink, it's girly. It is just so good. And every time that I put this perfume on, I always get a compliment from my husband sooner or later. Sometimes I put it on and he won't tell me nothing right away. And I'm just like, he didn't tell me nothing today. That happened the last time. And then maybe like 10 minutes later, he came in, he hugged me and he's like, you smell so good. It does it every single time. All right, last but not least, this is another one that I kept picking up to go to the movies, to go out to dinner. When my sister-in-law came over and she complimented me on this perfume, she thought it was my house because we were about to leave to go eat and I sprayed it. And she was going into the garage and she's like, your house always smells so good. And I'm like, I don't think that's my house because I just sprayed my perfume. So I told her that it was this one. But this is Killian's Princess. And this is the time of the year that I love to bring this one out. I think these both have marshmallow, so we have like a little trend, but this one is marshmallow. There is matcha in here, so it does have a little bit of this earthy touch to it. Is it ginger that's in here? I'm not too sure, but this fragrance is like the perfect mix of everything all in one. You have like this fresh, spicy, zingy scent that comes out of it. There has to be ginger in here, but it's so freaking good. And I feel like the ginger really comes out here and it kind of becomes like the show in this perfume. But then there's also, again, very sweet, sugary notes in here, and it is just super inviting and just beautiful to wear during this time of the year. I love this perfume. I feel like this perfume always gives me a different experience every time that I wear it. Sometimes I feel like it's long lasting, sometimes I feel like it doesn't last long, sometimes I feel like it's sweeter, sometimes I get a little bit more of the tea and the ginger in here. So it's a very interesting perfume, very unique, and I definitely recommend it. A lot of people fall in love with this once they try it. So I would say that it is probably a pretty safe perfume to buy if you are usually a lover of gourmand perfumes, but this one's gourmand mixed with like perfumey touches because I don't really do well with perfumes that smell like you can literally eat them. That's not really my vibe. This one is a little edible gourmand, but it also has its sexiness, its perfumey touch, and that's what I really love about Princess. So that brings me to the end of this perfume tray update. For my next update, I'm going to be playing with Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere, the original, not a perfume, to see if that one also smells the same during winter. I have Juliette Has a Gun Eagle Stratus, which is an old favorite. I have Chloe perfume. I have my Justin Bieber perfume, my Lalique Soleil, and my Dead Cool Taunt, which I already did wear, but I wanted to leave that one for the next update. So those are the ones that we're going to go over the next update. So with that said, that's going to be it for my Perfume Diaries video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Give this video a big thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed so that we can continue to have girl time together. And with that said, I will see you guys in my next video.